Hey, it's Melanie from Devil Makeup. What I want to do in this lesson is talk about 5 eyebrow mistakes that many women make, but how to fix them. Not just know what's wrong, but how to actually fix it if you're experiencing any of these issues. So one of the biggest things I see with a lot of women, and I used to do it in the past, is I'm just going to give you an example of one of my stories. So you ever just like do your makeup, you're looking in the mirror, everything feels like it looks great, it looks gorgeous in the mirror, the wherever you're sitting in front of your makeup vanity in your bathroom, and then you go out in town, you go out to dinner, you go out on the boat or on a picnic or wherever you're going, and you take a selfie or you know your friends take a photo of you, and then you actually look at that photo and you're like, what what is up with my brows? They look so intense. Like, holy cow, like they're bold in a way that I don't like. So I know I've done that. I actually did it. I was doing a look for a photo shoot, and that look looks great on camera, not in person. So I did the look. The look was designed to look great in the photo shoot for me. And then when I actually was like wearing that look out in town, I took a selfie of myself in the sunlight, and I'm like, delete, 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 like wipe, 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 wipe off. But that's okay. I've because of all these things and because of all the women that I've been able to work with, and myself included, I've learned all the mistakes and I've learned how to correct them. So what we're gonna do is cover those mistakes so that way you don't ever feel like your eyebrows are too intense for you, too bold, too dramatic. I know, whether you're experienced this or your friend, there's gonna be someone out there that when you're walking around out in town, like, going to check out at the grocery store and you see the girl who's checking you out and you look at her eyebrows and you're gonna be like, oh girl, you need to go watch this lesson that Melanie taught me. It's really going to help you because your brows are so intense, but that lesson will totally help you out to get you a better look that will fit your face and fit your style and what you're trying to go for. Okay, so let's just jump right into it. What are a couple of the reasons? So one, a reason that your eyebrows can be looking so intense is one, maybe you already naturally have thick and deep colored eyebrows. Maybe you already do. So if you are the type of person that already has thick and a very deep eyebrow, maybe you don't need to fill them in. That is one common thing that I see. A lot of women still fill in their eyebrows because that's what we see on social media. That's what we see on YouTube. Everyone's filling in their brows for this makeup look. But if you already have that gorgeous defined look and you've already, you just got your eyebrows waxed, you got them trimmed up and they're already clean, you may not need to apply any brow products. In that case, if this is you, all I would do is clean them up and then do a clear brow gel to hold them in place because that may already be bold enough for you. So just think about that. If you know you already have really defined, deep, thick eyebrows, just do clear brow gel. If you want to fill them in and you do already naturally have bold brows, like naturally, then what I would encourage is to just lightly fill them in. Maybe just go on the outside to fill them in to create the shape that you want, but maybe not necessarily more thicker and bolder in appearance and intense. So just lightly fill them in. But what I would recommend for you is go 1 to 2 shades lighter than your natural skin tone. Than your natural eyebrow color that you have. I would go 1 to 2 shades lighter because your natural color is still going to be the dominant color out of the two, but it's just going to be a softer look. Next, okay, following the latest eyebrow trends, social media is going haywire with all kinds of makeup trends, all kinds of things, and yes, they look great on a lot of people, but sometimes they don't look great on us. Not everything we see that looks great on someone else is going to look great on our features, on our bone structure, on our lips, on our eyebrows. So don't feel like you have to be pressured to follow all the latest eyebrow trends. But right now, thick eyebrows are really in. But it may not look good on you. So what I would recommend is just do an eyebrow look and create the shape that you want that looks good on you. Don't feel pressured to follow the latest trends because what's going to look best on you is what you feel most confident in and what you feel is you and fits your features and your bone structure and the style that you like. So I hope that one really helps. Number 3, not keeping up with your eyebrows can look a little off. In our culture today, women have cleaned up eyebrows. So it's culturally accepted for us to pluck our eyebrows, to wax them, to thread them, to clean them up, to trim them, to have them really clean cut. That is our cultural acceptance right now. Back in the 80s or 90s, women had super thin eyebrows and they kind of like arched up, but that's just not the culture and the trends right now. The trend is to just have a really clean cut eyebrow. So what you want to do is just make sure that you're keeping up with the upkeep routine. So whether you're getting them plucked, waxed, or thread, or just trimmed up, whether you're going to a professional or doing it yourself, just keep them cleaned up and put that effort in. Because the thing why this matters is because when you go and apply makeup, you're giving the illusion that you're putting effort into your work. Like when people see you, people think, oh wow, she puts effort into her look. She really took the time. She's really groomed. She's really polished. But when you don't do your eyebrows as well, it gives the illusion that you're missing a step in your process. Does that make sense? So it gives this like offset look because it's like, okay, everything else is done, but that doesn't look done. So just keep them nice and polished and clean. Number 4, don't press too hard with your eyebrow pencil. So I notice a lot of people, myself included in the past, I'm telling you all these things from learning them myself and seeing so many people do it, but you push really hard. I see people push really hard because if you're using a lighter brow pencil, it slowly applies. A lot of the brow products, the companies make them to be very subtle. So they're not like easily drawn on like you would if I took an eyeliner pencil. Let me just show it to you right now, actually. If I take an eyeliner pencil, I can just go, like it's on. You can see that, like it glided on. The way brow products are designed are to be more subtle because you don't want your eyebrows to be that bold and intense. Unless you do, if that's like the look you're going for. But look how gentle this brow product is applying. You really got to build it up. The intent is for it to be very soft. So what I notice a lot of people do is because it applies so slowly and gently, a lot of people end up just pushing and pushing and pushing. And if you push really hard, you notice you get more. You notice you get a lot more. But it is so much more harsh from here to here. This looks just smoked out and natural, but this is really thickening up, and you can see how fast it would get bold and intense really quick. So just be careful and don't press too hard when you're applying your brow product. Instead, have a nice, light, and gentle touch to it. See, and then really build it up, and that will really help give you a soft finish when it comes to your eyebrows. All right, and number 5, creating long lines with your eyebrows can also create an odd illusion. But the problem is that when people do long lines, and what I mean by that is like people just draw one straight line and one straight line. The thing with that is a lot of people end up making it a little different on the other one because it's really hard to recreate the exact same 2 lines, one on the top, one on the bottom. And when they go over here to recreate this one, it can be a little off. And when it comes to your eyebrows and your face, a little off equals big time off. Like a little bit goes a long way on your face. This is the main thing people look at when they see you. And it's easy when something is off to just draw the human eye to it to where they just notice that and then they notice what's off. And that's not the goal of what we want. We want them to notice our features because they admire it, because they feel like it's a beautiful and gorgeous and attractive. That's what the attention that we want to attract when we're doing all of this. So doing long lines can help create an offset, which is negative. You don't really want that. But what it also does is it kind of gives the illusion that it's really bold, because then it becomes really bold. As you can see, you have all these little hairs. They're not long at all. They're just a couple centimeters long. So when you do this, what you want to do is comb and simulate little lines, like you're recreating natural little hairs everywhere. Just go back and forth recreating little lines. And then also make sure you're going the direction that your hair naturally goes. So as you can see, my hairs naturally grow up in this area right here. So I'd fill them in going up. And then they start to slant and go in a different direction over here. So I just follow the natural direction that they go and fill them in. And sometimes this does take time, but over time you're going to develop those skills to where you can do it faster and save more time. So practice does really make perfect when it comes to your eyebrows. All right, so that's it. Now you know the 5 common mistakes that so many of us make, but you also know how to fix them. So I really hope this helps. But before you go, I also want to leave you with a really important bonus tip. This is huge. Okay, so have you ever been to a spa or wherever, the salon, and you got your nails done, or nails, wow. You got your eyebrows done, and when that woman handed you that mirror and you looked at your eyebrows, you were like, what the heck? And it's too late. Like, it's already done. They are already not what you asked for. They are a hot mess. You're furious. You regret not speaking up and saying something and stopping her. You regret not checking sooner. You regret even going to that person because they messed up your brows so bad. Well, I'm here to tell you, you are not alone. We've all been there. We've all done that. We've all made the mistake of going to the person who just butchered our brows. And it is important because when you go to get your brows done, you have to live with this for the next couple of weeks. Even if you can correct them, you still have to live with having to correct them every day before you go out, just to live with it for the next couple of weeks. So it does matter. It is important. And if you're paying someone to do this for you professionally, it is so important that they do it right and that you find the right person to do this. Because otherwise it's frustrating. Like, it's a big deal because you have to be, this is you every day. You have to go to work with these eyebrows. You have to go on your dates with your loved ones with these eyebrows. Everything you do is, these are the front and center focus of your day. This is what people see every day. So your eyebrows do matter, and who you let do your eyebrows really matters. Okay, so number 1, this is a big tip when it comes to how to pick someone who's going to be doing your eyebrows. Number 1, if you walk into a spa or salon or a brow place, always look at the woman's eyebrows who's going to be doing your eyebrows. I've noticed a lot of times, if I had to give a percentage, I say 90% of the time I leave that place, my eyebrows look exactly like the woman's who did mine or some version of hers. So keep that in mind. People do their eyebrows because, if she's doing her eyebrows that way, it's because that's how she likes them done. And that's her specialty. That's how she is going to best be able to do eyebrows. So chances are yours can come out looking like hers. If you don't like that person's eyebrows that is going to be doing yours, I want you to do 2 things. 1, interview this person. Always, always interview this person, whether you like their eyebrows or not. Interview them and say, hey, can I see some of the brow work that you've done in the past? Can I see some of the people that you've done? Do you have photos that I can see so I can see if we're on the same page? And if they don't give you any, then that's not a good sign. And then I just really want you to trust your gut, whether you should go find someone else or ask for someone else in that case. But I really need you to let this next thing that I'm about to tell you soak in. Be comfortable walking away. If you got the feeling like this person can mess up your brows, feel comfortable walking away and finding someone else to do it. You're not a bad person for walking away from something that you feel may be a bad experience for you. Okay? You don't owe this person anything. You don't have to let them do your eyebrows. You're not obligated to spend money at the spa or salon. If you feel like, hey, this person may not be the best for me, just walk away. It's okay. Okay, number 2, always bring pictures with you of eyebrows that you want, the goal that you're looking for, because a lot of the times when you go in and explain it, people may misinterpret what you're trying to tell them. You can explain it so well, but they may have a whole different vision in their head. And at this point, if you don't give them pictures, then they have to interpret what they think you may want. And that may not lead to favorable results. So just always bring pics, put them on your phone, screenshot them. If you see a photo of someone with eyebrows on social media, just screenshot that, save it for whenever you go in to get your eyebrows done. Okay, and number 3, if you're still unsure whether you should walk away or go with this person, another tip that you can do is just wait for them to do someone else's eyebrows and then see how their eyebrows turn out. Are they even? Are they trimmed up nicely? Did they get all the, the curly spots on the eyebrows cut off nicely? or is their skin really irritated and bleeding? Because that may be that this person's way too harsh and it can leave you with a really painful result. So take note of all the things that you're seeing that they've done for this person. Is this person happy with their eyebrows? But overall, those are 3 things that you can do to help you pick the best person to do your eyebrows. I promise who you pick is going to matter. It's going to affect the next couple weeks of your life. So just do what you got to do to find the right person. Don't feel bad for walking away. And also, when you do find the right person who gives you the brows you want, stick with them until they don't. You know, you don't have to jump from person to person to person. Just stick with that one person who you know is going to nail it every single time, who you know they know your style, your shape, your fit, your cut. That's the person that you want to lock onto and always be your go-to. So I hope this really helps. Now, after all of this, you know 5 eyebrow mistakes that most women make and how to fix it. And you also have 3 amazing tips on how to pick the right professional to do your eyebrows. All right, so I hope this lesson really helps, and please share it with your family and friends or anyone who you may think needs it. Take care and have a great day. Bye.